do something like that. So we definitely.
The thing is that, like, particularly for that situation, when you're when you have to get places and your train is delayed and then you hear that it was somebody who took their lives, then you're kind of forced to think, like, okay, who's at fault here, right? Like, is the society not providing enough for these people for them to actually drastically make a decision which will just end their lives, or are they suffering from a mental illness, and how do we respond to that, right? So, for example, a character in that skit was like, this is so selfish. People should think about the other people in the world. They have to get places and stuff, and you never think about that, right? Like, you instantly make it about yourself. So that is like, when you shed some light on that issue from a different angle, then you're really just forced to come to face that there might be deeper issues at stake here, and so we never think about that. And
it's hard
yeah, go ahead.
It's hard to kind of describe because it's not so organic, or like, I think this is important, and sometimes I think we do draw on from our personal experiences, but we don't state it. We just like, I do have to come to this point. So it just has to do with a lot of discussion.
I remember for the same performance, there was a monologue that I did. It was about this person who was in a, what do you call it? Like a psychiatric ward / therapy, right? So, like, I'm talking to the audience who is essentially the therapist, but it's like there's another person there that I keep looking to and I keep talking to like this, and then it's like really just like, what do you think he wants me to do? Or like, like, do you think he knows that I did this? Like, it's just because I had drawn from my uncle who is schizophrenic, and he has these kinds of fits that he just instantly forgets, like, there are people around him, and he'll look like, of course he's seeing people, right? So that's something I drew on. Other than that, I really think it draws into the general picture of how you feel about that issue, right? Like, you might not be affected directly by an issue that you're covering, like, for example, child soldiers, right? Like, you're not directly affected by it, but because once you've looked into them, you know so much about it, and then you read and you see images that just really inspire you, that is the word, because you are inspired to do something about it. And so the way you channel it is through your artistry.
For me, it wasn't really so exactly personal. Like, nothing in my life has really affected me, because I live in cozy Mississauga with my cozy house, in my cozy bed. So it's not really for me, but sometimes when I turn on the news and I hear about, like, all the destruction, what's going on in the world, I get really frustrated. And I actually have this one piece called Change, which is like about a dream I have, and that was because I was really frustrated one day, because I went on like Al Jazeera and I'm just reading all these articles, people killing themselves, killing other people, and it hurts me, because I don't know, because here in Mississauga there's a lot of kids in high school that really waste their time, and they're not going anywhere in life, and you can completely tell. No. There's some kids that are completely like not focused on it, but that's their choice, right? They don't need that education, they don't want that education, that's their choice. But then there's children in the world that don't get that opportunity. And I think everyone should at least have the opportunity and choose whether they want it or not. And that's something that really hurts me, because I feel like everyone should have a fair chance at life.
Yeah, I was wondering if you were performing in elementary or high schools as well?
Done a couple.
Yeah. We also run workshops, our empowerment through the art workshops, which cover theater exercises or writing exercises, subconscious writing, which we have done with kids of all ages. Like, we've done it with as young as 7 to as old as like 65 and older. So we have workshops that cater to all age groups, because who doesn't like theater, right? And also like writing and stuff like that. So but with performances, we have performed in high schools, and did you want to? Yeah, sorry.
And I'm guessing that you're not all in drama.
No.
No. So what are you? What are you? May I ask? What are you doing?
Well, the three of us just happened to be in the same program. studying peace and conflict studies. Yeah.
Peace and conflict studies.
Yeah. And this guy's still high school, so.
Planning on engineering.
Really?
But I don't remember. Actually, yeah, I did get. Did you guys try out for any high school? Yeah, I tried out and I got rejected.
We like to welcome everyone
We
who's
like-
like
yeah.
amateurs ourselves, and we feel like everybody can learn here. So we're very open.
We don't claim to be professionals.
We're not.
I mean, no, we are to some extent because, like, we have been doing it for so long, so I guess we could categorize us as professional, but we're not. I mean, our founder, she knows all. She used to teach acting classes, so we have learned directly from her, and so. I mean, yeah, but like, we don't study drama.
Just to add, I think it's really cool where we started. In high school, we used to put in a lot of time to learning our lines and rehearsals and just a lot of time. But now it's come to the point where I think we've all grown as actors and just, it's really cool to see that transformation in ourselves.
Yeah.
Good job. Good job. Thank you again, and just so you know, we've never had this experience where almost everybody stays and have a conversation. So I really want to thank you for that. And at this point, I'm supposed to have something in my hand, and it's an envelope.